I'm fighting for freedom. What's poppin', and let's get right to it. Now, with all the content I post, right? Like with my divine mission to change the world, what is the main goal after this? Well, first things first, the main goal is freedom. Freedom for this whole fucking world. Look, in 2025, like, because depending on when people are gonna watch this, some might even watch it in the future, right? But in 2025, like, humanity is, everybody is slaves, you know? It doesn't matter how high up the ladder you are and whatnot, we are all slaves in this system. So, what I'm fighting for, fighting not with fists, you know, fighting with the mind, with intellect, spirit especially, is the freedom of this world. What I want and what I'm fighting for and what I'm here for is so that humans, after the system crashes, because it's in, you know what I'm saying, like that's just where it's going, you know, people are gonna like wake up more and more and see the truth for what it is, you know. So what my mission, what my goal is really the freedom for humanity, you know, where we are not slave to the system and everything how it's set up, right? Like, not slaves to our limitations and what's not possible and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. I want freedom for humanity. I want the next generation and the generations after and all the generations after to be flourishing, to be prospering, to live in abundance from directly. There should be no such thing as, like, you know what I'm saying, lower classes and whatever. Like, we're all fucking human. We're all worth the same, you know? Now, of course, some humans are gonna use their life much more beneficial and give back to other humans and stuff, you know? We can look at that separately. But on the simplest level, just as a human, like, we're all worth the same. Like, we're all the same under God. So that's why we have to, and that's why I'm fighting for the freedom of this world, because this system has oppressed us, enslaved us. I said it so many times, and of course I'm gonna keep repeating myself, because the truth is always the truth. See, that's what I said the other day. Like, I had a conversation, and the thing is, like, when you tell a lie, right? Like, the first time you tell a lie, and up to the second time, to the 10th time, it's like a whole different story. But with the truth, it's always the truth. That's why when you watch my other videos, you're going to be like, okay, yeah, he said that, he said that, he said, you know what I'm saying? Of course. Would you want me to, like, come up with some new shit? No, I'ma always stick to the truth, and the truth is always going to be the truth. And sometimes we just gotta repeat some shit, but the truth is always the truth, you know? Ain't no way to shake that shit, you know? So the most important part, like what we're trying to get to, is the freedom. Freedom for this whole world. Because humans are supposed to flourish, we're supposed to shine, you know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to dim our light and stay in low vibrational survival type of energy. That is bullshit, you know, and that's only because of this system. I'm gonna keep saying that 1,000 times too, you know what I'm saying? Because they are on all the time bombarding us with distractions and like all kind of bullshit, you know? So of course we have to bombard, quote unquote, with good energy, with wisdom, with knowledge, you know, with actually something that's beneficial for other humans, right? Because like if you only care about yourself, like that's such an ego way of living life. Now, of course, you're always supposed to put yourself first. I'm not saying don't do that. Put yourself first. You have to in this lifetime, especially. But what are you giving back to the humans? You know, what are you giving back to this world, to the whole collective? Now, everybody's gonna play their part differently, right? Like, I'm not saying everybody should do it like I do, you know what I'm saying, making content and stuff. But are you being a kind person in real life? Are you being compassionate to other humans? Are you being loving, you know what I'm saying? And this shit is for free. Like, don't you get this shit twisted, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things are free, so you really have no excuse not to be that way, you know? And when somebody now tells me, yeah, but I've been hurt in the past, I've been blah, blah, blah. We all been hurt. We are all traumatized children. We all are. So that's not an excuse to be a fucking dickhead, to be an asshole, to be a beat, you know what I'm saying, to other people. Fuck that shit. Stay kind, stay loving, stay compassionate. I'm dead ass serious with that. Like, that is so important. And with that type of energy, that's how we're going to get to that freedom, you know? Of course, the whole system, first of all, has to fall, bam, bam, bam. And then we have to, like, rearrange so much shit within this world of how it's going to work. But the key thing, and when I say we are changing the world, which we are, for real, it's about the freedom of humanity, you know? Because right now we're enslaved and it goes into so many different layers. But we're going to free ourselves, you know. And first of all, we free ourselves within. Once you free yourself within the mind, that's when you start to see, okay, this world is not what they're telling us. This world it actually works completely different than what you're being led to. So as I said, I'm fighting for freedom. When I say we are changing the world, it's for the freedom of this world. And we will reach it. I swear, I swear, I swear we will reach it. And the next generations and all them after, like they're gonna flourish and shine, you know. I love you, stay calm for real, you know what I'm saying? That's the look, if you're wondering today, okay, how can I play a part, you know, in this collective? What can I give back to the other humans? Man, just, or girl, man, woman, you know, just be kind. I swear, start being kind in like those small mundane situations, you know, when you go to the grocery shop or whatever, you know, like these real life little situations. Be there more kind, be there more loving, you know, and it's going to cause an effect on people, you know, and then they take on that energy and they give it next to the next person, and then, you know, like it creates a domino effect, and we will stay within that energy. I love you, God is the greatest, and let's go.